you?
Well, someone in the chat, I was just looking while you guys are talking. Like somebody said, Sench just dissed you in an Unreleased, and I could be targeted at all of us, you know. But he just says, "Oh, bro." But talking about the industry, what we saying about Shaunie, guys?
Oh man.
No, sure. Look, let me tell you about Shaunie. She is a lovely person. She is. She's a lovely person. And I made a video because in my head it was just like I can't just have people just making videos just because I said something about Central C. I'm a supporter of Central C. I'm a supporter of him. There was just areas that was like, bro, like, and it was more on his entourage. Do you know what I mean? So just to highlight, with Shaunie, she was wrong for the stuff that she said about you, Chapler Ross. That is something separate. She was wrong.
We can all agree.
She was totally wrong. She was totally wrong. But I honestly have seen or met Shaunie from the start, and I honestly will say that she is she is a lovely person. I don't know what's happened now or the tweets or whatnot, whatever. But what I know when I met her, whatnot, she's cool. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I would say about Shaunie. But your experience with her, Trap, you got to say what you got to say. You got to say do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's it.
I've only heard good things about her as well. Exactly what you said. That's all I've heard. That's why the Trap Law Ross thing had me shocked. But
well, you know what's funny, man?
We all support Central C, bro. Like, despite it, I chat to Ross off camera as well. Trust me, we all support Central C. All this talking, all this conversation is done good for Centr. I'm telling you that. But anyway, Ross, go on, though.
I got some theories about this, man. I got a few things to get off my chest. Firstly, I just have a feeling deep down that Central YBs low key rate what we're doing. I feel like I've never heard no one jump. I've never seen a little salty Centr tweet or a lyric or anything. I ain't heard of YBs. Like, you know, YBs loves to get chatty on the Instagram stories, right? And I think if he really wasn't rocking with what we was doing, we'd have had a whole YBs essay on the scene and why we're not good for the scene or whatever. I think low key, them man know the game. I feel like Central C is smart, YBs is smart. They've clocked the game. I feel like they're seeing us talk about it and they're like, yeah, more free promo. That's great. I think Shaunie maybe got herself a little bit too wrapped up in it, but it's so funny, because I'm going to reveal a couple exclusives. I've heard mixed things. So I spoke to somebody else that works at the label who works with Shaunie, and they kind of said to me, yo, I feel like maybe she'd be down to have a conversation. Maybe that you know, you could get some understanding out in the open. And I said, look, I'd actually be cool with that. I'd be down to debate with her. I'm not scared to debate anyone. I'd be down for it. But then I've heard from other people that Shaunie's running around saying, yo, if you fuck with Trap Law Ross, I can't even rate you at all. So I've heard mixed things. But this is the thing. I felt like she attacked me. I attacked her back. We had a little back and forth. It's all content at the end of the day. And obviously, I guess she was upset by that. But I still feel like I don't have hate for anybody. I would sit down and have a conversation with her. I would have a debate with her, a live stream with her, and clear the air and listen to what her gripes are. You know, I've heard mixed things. Some people have said to me, yeah, that's something she'd want to do. Other people have said, nah, she's pissed about what happened. But I still believe deep down, at the end of the day, if you really listen to what I've said, I'm a Centr fan. I think Centr is one of the hardest rappers to ever come out of the UK. Yeah, his persona was based on things that he wasn't necessarily doing. That doesn't take away from the music. People want to say I'm a hater for that, but at the end of the day, I feel like on the Centr side of things, I feel like he's a smart guy, and I reckon he probably sees all the promo going on and just laughs at it. Because how are you going to be pissed off? You're up, 20, 30 mil off of the music game. Everyone's chatting about you day in, day out. It's all just promo at the end of the day. So I deep down think that if I ran into Centr, it might not be beef, but who knows? What do you reckon about?
Nah, I don't know, man. To be honest, with Centr, I don't know. For me, I think you kind of whatever the documentary breakdown that you've done, bro. Like, it comes with it, innit? As you get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, this is what it comes with. So I don't think it's anything personal. I don't think Central took it mad personal. I think White Beasties took it mad personal. They're just chasing it. They're in the winner's seat. They're progressing. They're doing amazing. They're moving the needle for our scene. And that's it. Like I said, Kyle Keys' man's bro. Do you know what I mean? Whatever's going on, Kyle Keys' man's bro. But at the flip side, I will always flip him, congratulate Central C. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, my thing is like, if you're a public, like, so you're a role model, yeah? I look at Stormzy as to a degree, he's played the game amazing. He's an amazing role model. Forget about the politics, yeah? There might be one or two things that shouldn't have been done in terms of chip or whatnot, the falling out. That's the only blip, yeah? Cool. You wouldn't see Stormzy have a headline show in anywhere and Stormzy's entourage doing that. So that was my only thing. It's like, my brother, look, you wouldn't see that with no one massive. You wouldn't see that with DBE. You wouldn't see that with Dave. So that's when I spoke. Like, is man a pop star, rock star, or is man a gang member? Because it's like, this thing is kind of not a joke. You get me? It's not a joke. It's all funny jokes aside until you go to the block again, and next minute someone from Mossad starts licking off their machine, and then like, oh shit, because they might have took offense. So I'm just saying, look, come on, guys, wake up. You're in a different world. Progress. Shaunie, like I said, Shaunie's a lovely person. Innit? I just didn't. For me, I knew that tweet was aimed at me, and it was like, bro, I'm good. Like, I could sit here and just make videos. I'm okay. I've never depended on industry capital. I've never had a monthly retainer. I never depended on industry capital. I'm self-made. Do you know what I mean? So, what do you think? What about you, Tankz? What's you?
Well, someone in the chat, I was just looking while you guys are talking. Like, somebody said Sench just dissed you in an Unreleased, and I heard it. Is where Sench says he doesn't really diss me. It could be targeted at all of us, you know, but he just says those man who talk on the Live Yours gang would love to be in it, something like that. I don't think that's a diss at us, man, you know, or me, you know. I don't know. If it is,
Live Yours gang, what's that?
That's Sench's collective, innit?
So
you know, he says Live Yours and that.
He's clothing brand.
No, I think that's his label name. Like, that's like his whole yeah, it's got it on his chain and that. And then I just saw that, but I mean, if it is a diss, like, this has just been, you know, there's no hatred, you know.
See, I heard,
is what it is.
I heard from people, man. I've heard a few little whispers from people that back in the day, man, when YBs was trying to get their stuff going, I heard rumors back in the day that YB's behind the scenes was like, yo, we need to push this beef. Like, we need to get this beef with CGM going viral. And at the end of the day, as messed up as it is, these feuds, whether you call it a rap beef or a gang war or however, somewhere in between, you know, as unfortunate as it is, these things are viral. Like, people love conflict. They love to take sides. They love to be, am I team Digger? Am I team Sench? Am I team Cairo? All of these things. And I think that, again, I just feel like deep down, I think these guys know what's going on. You know, when you saw Sench throwing up that gang sign at the Met Gala, people were saying it was Powis K. It was like a gun and a P or something that he threw up. And people were saying, like, how is he possibly doing this at the Met Gala, still stoking the gang war? But at the end of the day, just doing that hand sign, it got people talking. It got headlines. Videos were made about it. And again, I just feel like he knows his marketing, you know. And even if I say that, yeah, look, I don't think he's a real gangster. He's not getting people shot for £100,000. At the end of the day, you can't say he's not a genius marketer. And these beefs, they are viral. Everyone talks about it.
And bro, who gives? I don't give a shit if he's a gangster or not. His music's good, bro.
Facts.
Like, I'm sure Bouncer will tell you, bro. Like, being a gangster, if you can avoid that, avoid it. You know what I mean?
100%, man. Bro, he's moved the needle for the scene. He's the only artist that has done the crossover in America properly. No other artist to the level of Central C. Like, their pop, their bump, and that's great for UK culture. That's it. At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? He's done things well. I don't care about who's on this thing. I listen to music, just like what Tankz said. I listen to someone's music. If they're rapping in that persona, I don't care about it. I don't go to see if that person's actually certified and he's on this thing or not. I just listen. If it's a good song, it's a good song, innit?
You know what it is,
you know what I mean?
as well. You know what it is, like, even my old sorry to cut, fam. Like, we're right, like, obviously, what's it called? Even me before, when I was considered an artist, like, when people would meet me, they're surprised when they talk to me. They're thinking, I thought you were gonna be a dickhead scammer and that. Like, nah, bro, man's not no gangster. Like, man just got money. Like, man's not, like, you know. So the way Sench portrays himself in his music to a lot of people, it's like, oh, this guy's a gangster, when he's just talking about his experiences, and we're just talking about the music. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the promo for the music. When he put up the Powis K, like when he did that, it's like we're just talking about it, innit? You know what I mean?
It's a weird time because it's like where drill music and gangster rap has gotten to. It's almost like that is the marketing nowadays. Like, you know, there was a period when it was like people would drop an album and the diss songs about the ops. That was the marketing. That was the post. That's what's getting on Made You Think or all these other pages. Like the disses and the beef and the, you know, these little moments, like that's what gets people talking. And I'm sure Sench probably spent a lot of money on promo, but he's probably got millions of pounds worth of free promo by playing the part and knowing the right things to do to get everybody talking. And we're sat here talking about him now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Bro,
also,
facts.
what I will say as well, big shout out to Real Talk, the Real Talk True Stories podcast. Yeah, obviously one of the hosts. Big shout out to Abs, but one of the hosts is from Shepherd's Bush, and he kind of did break down a good point. You get me? He said, "Bro, when I was younger, did man see Sench in the ends? Yes, man did see Sench. You get me? He was around it. He was a part of it. He was around it. What did he actually do active thingies? He maybe not, but can he pay right now a fee to get work done? He's got the paper to. But what he just did state is like, basically he's saying, look, bro, he's from the road. He's from the area, you get me? And just not pretend that he's not, he's doing what he's doing as well. Do you know what I mean? He's just basically defending Central C. So, and I kind of took it in, but it's not even, for me, like I said, I honestly don't care about that side of things. Maybe because I was brought up in that world, but I don't care. If I like good music, I just like the good music. I think this person's cold.
And when you're online,
I think that Uncle Murder was the baddest man in music back then. I didn't, but we knew that he was a gangster, greasy rapper. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's how I look at it.
And when you're online as well, you're open to criticism, like especially being media, bro. Like what I've seen is when you're media and you're covering topics, bro. When it's on you, when people are talking about you, it's a different type of spotlight. Like the conversations go on a lot longer. People keep on talking about you even more. But when you're on the internet, when you're an artist, when you put yourself out there, you open yourself up to these conversations, you know. And as Traplo Ross said, conversations is what keeps people talking. Because without this whole thing going on, what would the UK really have been talking about with Sench? Just like, oh, he's done this in America, he's done that. We've kind of kept his name in conversations in the UK. Not that he's never in the conversations. Obviously, he's doing his thing. He's huge, biggest UK rapper right now. Facts. But we're just keeping the conversation around his name in the UK going, and whether it's positive or negative, Bounce has said before, like you got to use the negativity to push yourself forward. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, it's facts.
100%.
But hey, listen, man, I was late to the call, so I don't know if I already missed out on some of these topics, but like, obviously, we've all been making videos about this top 5 situation, right? I've been waiting for updates. I don't know if you guys have given your opinions on this already. Obviously, this is something I've been chatting about endlessly, but